Hello everybody! Today we're going to see how I draw a Skull Ranger. Let's start out with a quick sketch so I know where everything's going to be and I can get a good idea of the position I'm going to put her in too, because I'm going too high here, so I got to be very careful. I'm already going way too high, so just got to make sure I don't go any higher than that. And that's kind of why I like to sketch first, to make sure it's going to be in a good spot, good position. And make sure I'm going to have her standing in a certain way that's going to look good for all the detail. Because I was about to draw her hand a certain way, but I realized if I do it like that, you won't see certain parts. So I'm going to reshape or reposition where she's going to be, and that will give you all the detail. Okay, and there's that foot. That's going to be good there. And I could just draw her hand out like this, and I'll go ahead and do that one like this. And that will take care of all that. Let's see, some eyes real fast. Teeth. The edge of this, and then her hair pulled back. Like that. And I think that should be enough to get us started, because I know where everything else is going to be as far as bones. And this is going to be pretty simple. We pretty much just have to draw her outline, because all the details are going to come from the coloring and the bones. So I'm going to switch over to sharpies. You're welcome to continue with the pencil, but I'm going to start with the detail of her eyes first. So I'm going to do like that. Like that. And then this here and this here. And now I'm going to draw the eyes of the skeleton. And I'm going to color it in later, so I'm not too worried about the rest of it. So let's draw her mouth, draw teeth, same thing here, draw the mouth of the skeleton there. And let's go ahead and just switch back over to the other Sharpie, because now I'm just going to finish up all this detail. So I'm going to draw the edge of the skeleton like this. And her hair over like that. And I'm going to color that in, so I'm not too worried about what I did right there, but you're welcome to erase that or make it look the way you want. And then I'm going to draw the bottom of her hair like this, and then the top of her head comes around the ear like that, and in little, like that. And that is her hair all being pulled back. Okay, and that's good enough for that. I'm going to draw her neck down to her shoulders. And I'm just going to keep drawing, because like I said, all the detail is going to come from the inside. So I'm just going to go and I'm going to draw her shoulder like this, bring it in a little for the bicep, and I'm going to go ahead and draw her other arm right here, because I know where it's going to be. And then I'm going to draw, let's go ahead and draw the rest of it. So I'm just going to follow and come out a little bit for the forearm, go back in, do the same thing over here, but she has a wrist communicator like all of them do, and then gloves. So I can go ahead and cut that off like this, draw it down and in, draw the T, then come up like this, and there's her knuckles. So the reason I was holding out here is because I'm going to draw a little square like right in the middle. That's going to be where the wrist communicator is. And then go up and come back to that. And that'll take care of that arm. And this is kind of closed off like that, so I'm going to finish that off. So let's draw the rest of her body, which is in front of this arm, which is why I'm doing this first. So I'm going to do all this all the way down, and I'm going to explain to you where I am, and maybe we can do it. So here's her rib cage coming in, and her waist, then her hip, thigh, knee, and here is her boot. So I'm going to go ahead and draw that line, and I'm going to go back up. So there's her knee, her inner thigh, and I'm going to stop right there because that's where the rest of her body goes. So here is her chest, come back into her ribs, back to her hip and thigh, bring it down to her knee, and stop at the boot like that. I'm going to come in from the back of her leg down to that right there. And so now that I know where that is going to be, I can draw the rest of her arm. So I'm going to draw her bicep like this, her forearm down, and that. So I'm going to draw the back of her arm, the other side of her forearm, and that's where her glove is going to be. So I'm going to stop her right there and like that. So I'm going to do a fist again, in, T, down, up, and that'll count as a glove. I mean, as a fist. So let's finish off her boots. She's got a little bit of material in it like that, and there's her ankles. So I'm going to draw her boot like that. Let's do the same thing over here. So it's got the straps that are holding it in, and there's her heel, and there's the top of her foot like that, her toe, bottom of her toe, and there's the back of her foot. So I'm going to go like this to connect. Then I'm going to draw some treads because she's got on those big combat boots. Okay, and so now pretty much all we have to do is add the detail of the bones. And that'll take care of the rest of it. And the coloring will basically finish off what we're going to do here. There's the strap of a boot. And there's the strap of a boot. Okay, so let's draw the bones. So we're going to draw the neck bones, like that. We're going to draw the breastbone, like that. And then we're going to draw the clavicle, up like that. Almost like handlebars of a bike. Okay, and for the chest, or the rib cage, it doesn't have to be exact, so we're just going to draw little smileys and connect it. Smileys, connect it. We'll do about 4 of these. That ought to cover it. And this last one's going to represent your smaller rib bone. So same thing here, we're going to draw a smiley, connect it, smiley, connect it, like that, and then the shorter rib bone there. So let's do the arms since we're here. We'll draw that big bone like that. Look, I like that specific looking bone. That's how I draw them all the time. Very, very dog bone, you know. And so there's 2 arms in your forearm. So we're going to draw one like this. Draw the other one like that. And there's no knuckles, finger bone, so we're not going to worry about that. This one you can't quite see because it's on the other side, so we're just going to draw like that. And then same thing, we're going to draw in like this. And that'll take care of those bones. So let's keep going down for the rest of her vertebrae. And I'm going to do one more. And so now, okay, let's do one more because that pelvic bones pretty low. So here, we're just going to go over like that because it disappears back behind her. And come down like that. Same thing here. Just draw the opposite. And that'll take care of the pelvic bones. So now we're going to draw her big femur. So that's pretty big. And come down. Like that. Let's do the other side, which you can't see the whole thing. Like that. Just because of the way she's facing. That's why I'm drawing it like that. And then we're going to draw her knee bones. Like this. And then her two shin bones here, just like your forearm. You got two there too. And draw it like that. And then here, same thing. Can't see the whole thing. And like that. And I believe, well, you know what? Let's add a little bit more detail to her hair. Maybe we can cover that up like that. I like to add just a few more lines just to show that her hair is pulled back. Okay. And I believe that is a Skull Ranger. So here is my colored version. You could do it however you like. I just thought I'd show you how I decided to color it. If you'd like to color it like this, you can always pause the video here and use the coloring techniques that I used, or you can just make it your own. Remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures of how I draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button to be updated about each new video.